Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jake the Fate, and in this video, as you guys can see here, or as you guys already saw from the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a review and demo on this Donner DMT-100W. All right, so I've had this guitar sitting in this box for about a week here, and I'm really excited to see what's in this box because I was gonna open it up and everything, but then I realized I'm gonna wait until I make the video and actually do like a little unboxing. So if you guys go and get one of these, you guys know exactly what to expect. You know, on the box itself, there's a couple of little shipping issues, but that's the nature of the beast when you guys order stuff. So all I'm gonna do now is just open this box and see what's in here. Smells like a new guitar. Whoa. I was not expecting a little gig bag, to be honest. That's pretty cool. All right, so technically it's pretty well packaged if you think about it with the gig bag. No foam padding, but at least you get the gig bag. All right, so you got a couple goodies here. Oh my God, dude. The best strings on the market right now. No name brand, but I am gonna definitely have to use these. So you get strings, you get a Donner instrument cable. Honestly, damn. Honestly, damn. This ain't too bad. Look, you got a little Velcro thing for the cable. Honestly, I think I might use this thing because, whoa, dang. Look at that. Honestly, dude, this thing surprised me, dude. Dang. All right. So the cable from looking at it looks like it's good quality. Might as well give it a little test because, dude, honestly, this thing surprised me. Dude, I get so excited. So, got a strap. Nothing fancy. This reminds me of like an old book bag. You know, when you're like in elementary school, and this dude's just like had that same book bag for years. That's what it smells like. Oh dang! They give you a little pouch. Oh my God! They give you all this stuff, and what they put in here is the Allen wrenches. Literally, that's what they put in the bag, and they didn't even close it, you know, to make it look nice. The cool thing would have been, I don't even know if there's something in here, but they should have put it in there. That's cool. And you got this. You got this like cheap little neck strap wrap thing. I don't even know what these things are called, but I obviously own a bunch of them. Feels pretty cheap. This material looks and feels like a cheap old towel. You guys can see it. I'm gonna do like a little close-up when I'm done with all this stuff, but I don't know about this. All right, that seems to be everything that's outside the box. Let's see if there's anything in this pouch. Nothing. Everything in this little baggie. Dude, this cable surprised me. Cause you guys ever had like the cables that come with like cheaper guitars, like the Firefly guitar, that came with like a cheap ass cable. Even Epiphones, like the starter ones, like the juniors, you know, they come with like a really cheap cable, but this thing honestly surprised me, man. See what I'm saying? They could have done that. That looks promising. Like, ooh, a little gift bag. People at Donner, or wherever you guys make this, think of this. I would honestly be happy if I saw this. I'd be like, oh, a little gift bag for me, and put it inside the bag or something. Right now for the exciting part. I get excited even with cheaper guitars. So. All right, so it does come wrapped up in here, which is good, real good. This is the bag. Literally feels like a elementary school book bag. not gonna need that. All right, let's crack this bad boy open. Oh, wow. Wow, dude. So they wrap up your strings, which is a good thing. And again, like how I explained in my Kramer Beretta special, you sprinkle it on and you'll be able to shred really good. This is the only foam padding on this whole guitar. This thing looks sick. I'm impressed. I'm impressed and I'm super excited. It's looking good so far. Oh my God. All right. So what I'm gonna do is do the reverse of what I usually do. I'm gonna give this guitar a demo first. And the reason why I wanna do the demo first is because I wanna be able to play it right out of the box. I don't wanna do any intonation. I don't wanna do any neck adjustment. I don't wanna do anything to it. Just tune it up and play. And then I'm gonna take it to the workbench and show you guys spec by spec what this guitar brings. Let's do it. Yeah! Alright, so real quick, this is what comes with the guitar. You got this little baggie, Allen wrenches for the truss rod, and then so you can intonate the guitar. This is the strap you got. Nothing crazy. And then the infamous guitar cable. Like I said, you know, it looks pretty good quality. You know, it's branded with their logo right there. This is that wrap thing for the strings. So I was looking at it and I'm like, why is it backwards? Because so this one, yeah, I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I put the the little belt thing on this thing. So if you see this, it should be like this, right? And you wrap it around the guitar neck like that. But this thing is backwards. And if you try to use it, it's not gonna work. See what I'm saying? And the way that I think they just sewed it on backwards. So if you look at it, it should be like this. And it comes around this way. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't even think this thing is usable, so. But they tried. And this thing, it was on the tuning peg. You know, it's just their logo thing. But this is interesting. This is really cool. They give you a string action ruler. So you can get your string height right where you want it, which what brand does this? And then in the back, they give you a little chord summary, you know, your regular chords, you know. That's freaking amazing. So it's like they actually care. So that's basically all the stuff that came in there. Nothing too crazy. So the body on this guitar is made out of poplar. The neck is made out of Canadian maple, which they say it's like a AAA Canadian maple, which I don't know what that is. But anyways, the fretboard is Indian laurel. So you have, you know, pretty exotic woods here. So I know people are going to say poplar, cheap wood. They're not the best woods. But in reality, you know, wood is wood. What's really going to make the guitar sound good are the strings, the pickups, the amplifier. But poplar is known for like a wood that doesn't really have that much good sustain. And I know that for a fact. But, you know, if you can get yourself a good sustain pedal or something, and some good reverb and some good delay and stuff, it's really not going to matter, you know? So don't blame the poor wood. Anyways, these woods, you know, they're affordable woods. You know, they're not cheap, like, oh, bottom of the barrel thing, which some people may think. But in reality, to me personally, guys, I can care less because I'm not a tone wood person. You know, I'm more of a pickup and amplifier kind of guy. So you get 24 medium jumbo frets here. White perloid inlays, dots. They're like small, they're not really big. But the cool thing about this is that they're not centered, you know, they're a little bit higher, which kind of reminds me of like Schecter or some Jacksons that will have it up like higher. So, you know, that's a cool little feature right there that honestly I appreciate. So the scale length of this guitar is a 25.5-inch scale length, which is pretty common. You got a 42 millimeter bone nut up here. So it's a bone nut, it's not plastic. Well, they say it's bone, but it doesn't feel like plastic. With a 9.5 fretboard radius, which is a little bit more rounder than, you know, most metal shredder guitars. But it's a really thin C-shaped neck, so it's very thin. At the end of the day, you can still shred on this guitar. And these are the strap buttons that come with the guitar. Not really a fan of those, like I've said in the past. But I usually just play sitting down, to be honest with you guys, so it doesn't really matter for me. But if you guys, you know, end up using this and it slips and falls, I would say to upgrade these strap buttons right here. And this guitar is a flat top. There's like no arc or no belly or anything like that. So the only contour you get here is for your forearm, which is really nice. I'm a really big fan of these like super strap bodies. I'm not really a fan of the flat tops, but you know, it passes. So in terms of electronics, again, super simple. One master volume, one master tone, 3-way selector switch. I'm gonna take off the strings and I'm gonna show you guys what's under the hood here, the pickups, the bridge, and probably take off the neck and see if there's anything special under there. So I was taking off the strings and I remember that I said that these frets are really scratchy. I want you guys to hear it, like how scratchy these things are. So they're gonna need a little polish and some oil on this fretboard because it seems really dry. I polished up the frets and oiled up the fretboard, but look at this fretboard. Kind of looks like it has like a flame figure to it. That looks so nice. Here we have a hip shot style bridge, and honestly it looks really nice. So they actually took off the paint so you can get some conductive, because you can see the ground right there. Because I've heard stories on the Harley Bentons that they have some grounding issues because they don't take off the paint back there. So at least they did that on this guitar, which is good. So you have no grounding issues. So these pickups here, they call them their Donner high output pickups. And when I took off the back plate, I'm going to show you guys, it surprised me what's back here. It's pretty damn cool, I'm not going to lie. Like, I was like really shocked because I've never seen anything like it, especially on a budget guitar. So I'm going to get to that when I flip it over. But these pickups, they're ceramic pickups. So, you know, nothing fancy or crazy there. So since these are direct mounted, you know, you guys can see that they're just direct mounted onto this. And they put some foam padding right here, which is like really thick, to be honest. so it's kind of hard for you to like come up and down. But I guess, whoa! I've seen these pickups on like Jackson guitars. Or actually, you know, this was on the other guitar that I did. Oh, what was it? The Monster guitar. Was it the Monster? The Schecter Monster guitar? I think it was. I forgot. I've taken out pickups and seen pickups and swaps and stuff that I'm like, where did I see it? But I'm 100% sure most Jackson guitars have this, like the Dinky series, the JS21, JS22, have these kind of pickups. So I'm going to give these pickups a real quick reading so you guys can see what the readings on these pickups are. On the neck position here, you have 9.27 K ohms. On the bridge, you have 15.46. So that's a really hot pickup right there on that bridge. And on the middle position, 5.87. So really hot pickups here. You know, especially for metal, you're going to need that kind of output. On the demo that I did, these pickups didn't really have like, what's the word? Like, its own style, or they sounded very generic, like every other pickup that comes in, you know, affordable guitars sound like, or like most Jacksons, you know, it kind of had that like sound to it. To me, like the pinch harmonics were good, the squeals and everything. But when it came to like soloing and stuff, it was like, it was mediocre. But in the rhythm position, when you like play rhythm, it sounded pretty decent, the bridge pickup right here. So, you know, good set of pickups, you know, nothing to die for, but up to you if you guys want to swap these out. So this is what we have going on back here, which is extremely interesting. There's like some kind of clip-on circuit board thing here for your pickups. Look at that. That is so cool. Like when I opened this up, I was like, what the fuck? I was so confused. I'm like, are these active? Then I realized, oh wait, no, it's just like, actually, I'm gonna take this whole thing out so I can show you guys what it looks like. So this is that little circuit board that was in there. And honestly, this is really, really cool, man, because it opens the possibility of anything. Because if you think about it, so when you go to put your pickups in here, right, you know, you plug it in, you clip it on, and you're probably thinking, well, that just gives you the one option of just this one pickup only. And if you want to swap pickups out, you're gonna have to take the whole thing out. But the thing with this is that you can take these off, you know, these little clip thingies, and all you would have to really do is try to find these little prongs right here. I wouldn't say to take these off from this one because it'd be pretty hard to put them on, let's say Seymour Duncan's with just the ground and the hot, and then, you know, you just wrap up the red and white. You find these things, but you could like find at like any micro center. I've seen these somewhere, I just forgot where, but obviously you can find these online, and then you just put them on this, and then you just clip them on, and you can basically put any pickup you want. You buy a bunch of these, you know, if you can find these, which might be a little bit tough, but I'm pretty sure if you search, you'll find them. And you put them on all the pickups you have or the ones you want to buy. You could just swap your pickups out without having to solder anything at all. So that's a pretty innovative thing that they did on this guitar. I'm actually going to do an upgrade to this guitar, which it's a shame that I'm going to have to take this out. But that's going to be my next video. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do to this guitar. I am going to be saving this thing, like all of this. I'm going to save all of it. And, you know, you guys, let's say you guys do want to take everything out. I would say to save this, because let's say you guys have a project guitar, or you guys have a guitar that, you know, you guys want to work on. You guys can definitely use this and have that little clip-on thing for that guitar specifically. So this whole thing honestly surprised me. This whole entire guitar, you know, from the stuff they give you, the bag, just the guitar itself, it's just a bunch of cool stuff for the little bit amount of money. So it is a string through, and these things don't come off like how the Harley Benton one was just coming off. These things are really secure in there, so that's good right there. This nice little belly cut over here, and the axis heel over here is really good, because
it's not squared off or there's nothing there. It's just like, it's kind of rounded. It's not beveled or anything, but it's really comfortable. It kind of reminds me of the Ibanez Geo guitars. That's what it kind of reminds me of, because I've had a couple of those in the past too. It's the neck, yeah, hey. And this is the back of the headstock. You get like these Donner branded tuners, which are honestly really good. And at first I was like, God, these things look like they're on here like a huge mess. But they intentionally did this. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys why right now. The logo, I really don't know what it represents, but it looks pretty cool. It's in gold, you know, white and gold and black. It looks really aesthetically pleasing looking at it like that. But what I want to mention here is, I don't have the strings off, but when you have the strings on, the G string, you notice that this one's kind of just like randomly there. But the G string is notorious for getting out of tune. Why? Because most standard guitars, they're all lined up like this, like straight. And I think they designed this headstock so it curves up like this. So this peg is like right in the center because that G string comes straight out. Usually on most, let's say, Gibsons and Epiphones, they kind of curve this way, so that string tension is always going to make that string get out of tune when you start bending it, because let's say you go up or down, you're pulling it away from, you know, its natural position. So this thing is just straight out, like literally just like straight boom, straight there. So the people at Donner, they knew exactly what they were doing. You know, they built a great guitar. Little minor QC problems, like right there. Nothing that big, like a little overspray. It's not really that serious, like right there. That right there is the only thing I noticed on this guitar. And like I said, minor little things. Nothing else is bad at all on this guitar. Yeah, I know right now it looks weird because there's nothing on it, but I don't know if you guys noticed this. Like when I had the two knobs on it, like the face that I said on my other guitars, but this one looks kind of like, because it's crooked. It's not centered where it's usually supposed to be, like right here. But yeah, well, it makes this guitar look pretty unique. So I'm gonna take off this neck, see if there's anything under here. So yeah, obviously you guys notice that there's no neck plate on this. You get like these little button thingies. I don't want to come off, but usually see these on like some Dean guitars. I have a few of those, and they came with these little things. Yeah, nothing special here. This hole is like way too big for that screw, so I don't know if that's gonna cause any problems because it's kind of weird looking. Routing, you know, not the best, but that's all covered anyway. Neck, nothing special here. But yeah, all I gotta do now is just put the strings back on and give you guys my final thoughts on this guitar.
All right, so there it is, the Donner DMT-100W. And I got this guitar in matte white because I don't really have that many guitars in white. Actually, I don't have any guitars at all that are white. This is the first guitar that I own that's a white guitar, except for the EVH one that I painted, but you know, that I've bought in. I've never bought in a white guitar. And that's the main reason why I got this one in white, because I saw the black one and I was like, oh, I already have too many black guitars, so white, perfect, man. And black hardware. I've got absolutely nothing negative to say about this guitar. From when I got it till now, the intonation was perfect. The tuning pegs worked amazing. It didn't get out of tune. It didn't do anything wonky or anything. Now, the only thing I did do right out of the box, I had to change the strings because it came with 9 to 42s, and the last time I played 9s, I was probably around 15 years old. I did one big bend and it popped, and I said, I'm never playing with 9s again. I put, you know, the regular 10 to 52s that I always use. I did try and play what I played with the strings that came with, but since I play in drop C, it was impossible for those things to even play without going out of tune. But I did have to intonate it a little bit because it is a different string gauge. So I would recommend you guys, if you guys are gonna use the same exact string gauge, like 9 to 42s, and you guys just change brands, it's gonna be perfect. Again, frets, no fret end sprouts at all. The matte finish, man, just feels perfect. And since it's not black, you won't really see it, it's white. Everything is just so comfortable to play with, man. Like I said, like the neck is so thin, super shreddy. And this guitar surprised me so much. As soon as I took it out the box, like just looking at it, I was like impressed. Like you guys saw how I reacted with with the cable, and the cable itself plays all right. You know, it's not anything special or anything, but it plays okay. You know, I'm not gonna say it sucks or it doesn't suck. But honestly, I really recommend this guitar for any beginner, any intermediate guitar player, even advanced players, because it's gonna really surprise you. For the money, it really does surprise you. These guitars, new on their official Donner website, they go for around, which is kind of weird. When I saw it, I was like, why is it so expensive there? It's around like $260 for the guitar and everything that came with the guitar there. But they dropped it down. I think they're having like a sale right now for like $190. So on their official website, it's like $190. I don't know, after taxes, maybe two something. But I got this guitar off of Amazon for around $160. And that's because they dropped it down. It was like 180 around there. I don't remember. But $160 for this guitar, extremely, extremely awesome. Now, I can't compare these guitars to like the Firefly guitars or the Harley Benton guitars because obviously different. But in terms of quality, man, this guitar is a little bit more superior than the lower ones because obviously you got the Fusion series and those guitars are spec'd out, you know, for $300, $400 or whatever. $160, completely worth it. So now these pickups, I'm not gonna say that they suck, like they're garbage, or I'm not gonna say that they're the most amazing pickups I've ever played. They do what they do, you know what I'm saying? Like I always say with these affordable guitars, if you have a good amplifier and a good distortion pedal, the guitar is gonna sound great. You do wanna swap out the pickups, go for it, because it is gonna be worth it if you think about it. You put some Seymour Duncans or EMGs in this guitar, or whatever pickups you guys want. You know, I'm just saying those two, those are my favorite. But you swap these out and put whatever you want into this guitar could be maybe a main guitar. The one thing I do get out of this brand Donner is that they care about their customers, they care about the player, not just the specs, you know, because the specs are amazing, but in terms of, you know, everything that comes with the guitar, give you this, they give you that, and, you know, to make you feel like, wow, like they really do care. I know I was bitching about the little pouch thing, but yeah, that's minimal stuff. You know, and they do like those cool things where like, you know, the little circuit board back there, like they didn't have to do that. The little clip-on circuit board, that's just money that they're probably wasting, but they want you to feel like there's quality stuff inside these guitars. And aside from Harley Bentons and Fireflies that I'm trying to do in the future, there's a couple of other guitars that I'm really interested in. I've been looking at Leo Jams and Erk guitars, you know, because those guitars, they look amazing, and for the money, I think it's gonna be worth it. So if you guys want to know what those guitars look like on the inside and out, specs and everything, I will be getting to those in the future. So like, comment, subscribe, because that's all I do on this channel. And with that, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one.